Welcome to Palm Harbor.
And welcome back to the channel. We're Jamie and Skylar, and in this video, we're taking you to yet another great Florida Gulfront community. With its amazing parks, trails, and wildlife, Palm Harbor is a nature lover's dream. But that's not all Palm Harbor has going for it. So stick around and we'll also show you some of the best food and drink that you'll find in the Tampa Bay area. Situated between Dunedin to the south and Tarpon Springs to the north, Palm Harbor is less than a 30-mile drive from both Tampa and St. Pete. And if you've watched our travel guides on its neighboring cities, you'd know that we like to start our days off with some good coffee, and today was no exception. Our craving for coffee led us to Cane's Cafe. Once inside, we were happy to find a variety of coffee options, because after all, no coffee, no worky. Named after the Palm Harbor Hurricanes, Cane's offers an Italian cafe experience along with traditional Australian baked goods. And we were glad we had ordered ahead, as the Australian pies take 25 minutes to cook, and the place was filling up quickly. Our order included the spinach and feta pie, along with a salted butterscotch latte, and a red velvet white mocha. We found the spinach and feta pie to be similar to a quiche and a great way to start off the day. And as far as the coffee goes, we'll tell you about that right now.
So we just left our first stop of the day at Cane's Cafe and we were impressed.
Yes, I ordered the white chocolate red velvet mocha, and it tasted just like a piece of red velvet cake.
And I got the salted butterscotch latte, and it was really good, but I have to admit, Jamie's white chocolate red velvet mocha was the best.
Now, because this is an Australian bakery, we had to try one of their Aussie pies. We went with the spinach and feta breakfast pie, and it was really good.
Yeah, it was kind of like a quiche, and we really liked it, but we definitely want to come back to try one of the traditional pies.
Yeah, but that will have to be for another day because we have so much planned for this day already. But now that we have our caffeine energy, we're ready to go explore. So we'll see you at the next spot.
And our next spot took us just a mile and a half up the road, where you'll find Wall Springs County Park.
All right, we just made it to our second stop of the day, which is Wall Springs County Park. Now, unfortunately, they do have a strict no martini policy here, but the good news is you can bring your dog.
We decided that the no martini policy was probably for the best, as we'd prefer to be sober for a potential alligator, snake, or coyote encounter. We were immediately impressed with the park's trail system, and were ready to get out and enjoy nature on this beautiful Florida day. Visitors will find the 1.2-mile trail to be primarily flat, quite wide, extremely well maintained, and suitable for people of nearly all fitness levels. You can also find restroom facilities both at the entrance to and along the trail, plus a few unique spots to relax along the way. But our favorite part of the trail had to be the views, as visitors can walk out onto 3 piers on this trail to take in the views of the bayou.
We're out here on one of 3 fishing piers at Wall Springs County Park, and we're really glad we decided to come out here today. It's a great place to get some exercise and to take in some views, especially on a beautiful day like today. But we still have several places to go yet today, so we got to keep moving.
But the best view, without question, was still ahead of us at the observation tower. From the top of this 35-foot tower, visitors will be rewarded with amazing panoramic views.
So we made it to the lookout tower here at Wall Springs, and it has great 360-degree views, including Boggy Bayou behind me and also St. Joseph Sound beyond that. Now you might also be able to see Honeymoon Island in the distance, and that is where we were last weekend. So if you're interested in seeing the view from Honeymoon Island, then check out this video next.
Before we moved on to our next destination, there was still one more spot near the entrance of the park that we had to check out. And that was the spring itself. Here we found a nice boardwalk observation area overlooking the crystal clear spring water. We learned that the spring pumps out nearly 3,000 gallons of water per minute, contains a 40-foot underwater cavern, and was a nationally known health destination in the 1920s.
So it's not very often that Skylar is as excited as I am for a dessert place, but I actually think that he might be more excited than me for this next spot.
Yeah, that's probably true, and only because this next place is known for its famous key lime pie, which is my favorite kind of dessert, so I am ready to get there.
Our quest for the famous pie took us just 1 block from the park entrance, where you'll find J.J. Gandy's. Family owned and operated since 1982, this pie shop is a true Palm Harbor landmark. Once inside, visitors will have a variety of freshly baked pies to choose from, as well as muffins, cookies, and pastries. As we still had other food plans scheduled for the day, we resisted the urge to buy a whole pie and opted for a couple of slices instead. But with no indoor dining being offered at J.J. Gandy's, we had to find a spot to eat them.
So we just left J.J. Gandy's after picking out our slices of pie, but we found out that you can't actually eat there.
Yeah, but that's okay because it's such a beautiful day out today. We decided we'd rather eat our pie outside by the water anyway, which brought us here to Gulf Shore Park.
Now, of course, Skylar had to get a slice of the famous key lime pie, and I went with a slice of the traditional cherry pie. So let's see how they taste. Oh yeah, that's delicious. Skylar, are you ready to try your key lime pie?
Oh yeah. Wow. I definitely see why it's famous. Definitely one of the better pieces of pie I've had.
You got the Skylar seal of approval. So we've tried both pies and they are really good, but I think we agree that the key lime is the best, right Skylar?
Now that you know where you can purchase and enjoy these amazing pies, let's check out some more of this park. The Gulf Shore Park can be found on the west edge of the Crystal Beach neighborhood, right on the Gulf of Mexico. But we were happy to find that the park offers more than just its waterfront views.
I love being able to walk around all these mossy oaks. They're such cool trees.
After spending some time enjoying the trees, we made our way to the waterfront, where we found several spots to relax and take in the views. Perhaps the best of these spots is at the end of the Crystal Beach Pier, which extends 265 feet into the Gulf. We found the end of the pier to offer some great panoramic views. We were especially amazed at how crystal clear the water was, and quickly realized why this area is called Crystal Beach. After enjoying our time on the pier, it was time to head back to land to check out the beach.
So it is a Saturday afternoon and it's probably about 75 degrees out, and there is not a single person on this nice little beach. Kinda crazy.
After a few more minutes of exploring and enjoying yet another empty beach area, it was time to move on to our next destination.
All right guys, we just left the park and we had plans to get lunch, but we're just not quite hungry yet.
Yeah, so we're just gonna skip ahead to our next stop, which is another really highly rated park right here in Palm Harbor.
Yeah, it's supposed to have some very nice walking trails, and that'll be perfect for us to build up our appetite for our last 2 stops.
After around an 8-mile drive, we arrived at the John Chestnut Park.
Ooh, I like the looks of this park already.
Like the Wall Springs Park, we were impressed with the park's trail system, as the gravel path soon turned into a wonderfully maintained boardwalk, zigzagging through the Florida swampland. And after just a few minutes on the trail, we came across a 30-foot observation tower, at the top of which you can find this fantastic view.
We made it to the lookout tower here at John Chestnut Park and we're looking out over Lake Tarpon. We've been really impressed with how well maintained the parks are here in Palm Harbor. We've been to 3 so far and we've really enjoyed all of them.
After checking out the observation tower, we were off to explore some more of the park, which we found to be home to some pretty curious squirrels.
The squirrel is just kind of hanging out by me.
If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments.
So supposedly it is typical to see alligators at this park. We haven't seen any yet, but we have seen some ducks and some squirrels. Found our first gator.
Oh my gosh, he's so close.
What would you say? It's probably about 5 foot?
I would say 5 foot.
Oh, paddleboarder.
A paddleboarder?
Yeah.
Out on the lake?
Yeah.
With all those gators? Oh my
We've done
gosh.
that before.
Not on the lake with that many gators.
How do you know? So the only thing still missing from this day was dinner, drinks, and seeing an alligator. And we just spotted a gator, so I guess it's time to go get some food.
Yeah, and I'm getting hungry.
Our dinner spot took us around 15 minutes to the southwest, where you'll find the Ozona Pig Southern Style Barbecue.
We're here at the Ozona Pig because it's one of the most well-known restaurants in the entire Palm Harbor area.
It is a barbecue place, and having lived in Kansas City for a few years before moving to Florida, we got spoiled with really good barbecue. And since we moved to Florida, we've tried barbecue a couple times, and honestly, it was pretty disappointing.
Yeah, but because this place is so highly recommended, we are gonna give barbecue in Florida another try.
Once inside the Ozona Pig, we found a unique and laid-back atmosphere, along with more porcelain pigs than we ever knew existed. We grabbed a table and a beer before surveying the meat-filled menu. Eager to sample a little bit of everything, we ordered the Boss Hog Special. Our order came out quickly, and based on the amount of food alone, we were certainly impressed. And although we knew we'd never finish all this food, we were excited to begin trying. Another thing that impressed us about Ozona Pig was the sauces, which came in original, sweet, and spicy. We both took the recommendation of the waitress and mixed the sweet with the spicy, which we have to admit was excellent. But how does Ozona Pig stack up with our KC favorites? We'll tell you that right now.
We are just leaving the Ozona Pig, and man, are we stuffed. Those portions were huge.
Yeah, they were, and I'm definitely a bit biased towards KC barbecue, and I'm not sure I'd put this spot up with my top KC spot. However, this was easily the best barbecue we've ever had in Florida, and next time we're craving barbecue, we know where we'll be going.
Yes, we do, but we've got one more spot to check out tonight. We'll see you there.
So we made it to our last stop of the day, which is Stilthouse Brewery. And Palm Harbor has at least 4 breweries, and I would have loved to hit them all, but Jamie said we could only choose one. And I chose Stilthouse because number 1, I've always wanted to live in a Stilthouse, and I love the name. And number 2, Stilthouse has some really strong beers, and if I can only visit one brewery, I'm gonna make it count. So we'll see you inside.
We were happy to find Stilthouse's selection to not only be on the stronger side, but to also include some really unique beers. And with flights available at a very reasonable price, we were excited to try 6 of them. With our stomachs still full of barbecue, drinking the 6 beers was a bit more challenging than we had anticipated, but we eventually finished all 6 and had a great time doing it. Want to spend a day in Palm Harbor's more famous neighbor to the north? Then go ahead and click on this video next. Thanks for watching!